Theresa May erupted at Boris Johnson today after Parliament was recalled from summer recess for an emergency debate on the unfolding Afghanistan crisis. MPs crammed back into the Commons chamber in person to discuss the chaotic scenes in Afghanistan after the Taliban swept to power and chaos erupted in the capital city, Kabul. Parliament had not been expected to return until September 6, but mounting criticism of the government has forced the Prime Minister's hand. The crisis talks began at 9:30 a.m. this morning with Tory MPs on a one-line whip, allowing them to speak freely on the issue without punishment from the party. Speaking in the House of Commons, the former Prime Minister took Mr Johnson to task. Mrs May said it was a major setback for British foreign policy nearly 20 years after UK forces first entered the country in the wake of the 9/11 terror attacks on the US. In an emotional speech that drew rare applause from some MPs, Tory Tom Tugendhat, who served as an army officer in Afghanistan, said the UK and its Western allies had received a very harsh lesson. Mrs May said she found it incomprehensible and worrying that the UK had been unable to put together an alternative alliance to sustain the Afghan government. She accused Mr Johnson of hoping on a wing and a prayer it'd be all right on the night. President Biden yesterday defended his decision to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan despite it triggering a string of victories to the Taliban. Seizing 20 cities in only 2 weeks, the president blamed the Taliban's victory on the Afghan army and political leaders who refused to fight or fled the hardline militants. The Taliban declared the war was over on Sunday after seizing the presidential palace in the capital city Kabul, sending former President Ashraf Ghani fleeing and sparking panic across the country. Chaos erupted in Kabul as thousands of people stormed the airport in a desperate attempt to escape the Taliban's feared rule. There are widespread fears across Europe that this development could trigger a repeat of the 2015 migrant crisis as thousands leave Afghanistan fearing for their lives. The government has outlined a plan that will allow 20,000 refugees to resettle in the UK over 7 years, with priority given to women and girls who are most at risk of human rights abuses at the hands of the Taliban.